Hello, I'm Kristen Lee. So we recently had our trunk or treat at Little Bro's school, and we we asked him because it was his school what would he like to decorate the trunk as, and I was hoping for superheroes or Nightmare Before Christmas or something that I can get behind, right? And he picked Minecraft. So here's my process, and then I might rant a little bit when we come back. So here's me making them, and then a little bit of the trunk or treat. Okay. What do you think? I gotta make the hand still. Alright, there's that.
Oh my god, look at that.
So this is my idea for the zombies. But I don't know if I want to do it this way anymore.
I think I just read.
Two minutes away from officially.
Isn't that cool? Alright, so overall it came out really cute, right? However, to quote one of my best friends, Pinterest can take something unpleasant many times over. Oh my god. I was like, okay, they're boxes, right? They're pixelated. They're pixelated boxes. I can make this. Yeah, I can. And I did okay. However, when he picked it, he told me he was going to help me. All he did was draw the faces on. And then I went through, I gotta say, about 30 glue sticks and 2 bottles of glue and a bunch of hot glue. Like, I used up all my hot glue that I had left over for my little pet ghosts. And tape, packing tape, that was another one. Because like when I first made the baby zombie, like originally my plan is I was going to have the daddy zombie tall enough, like my size, and holding baby zombie like a toddler trying to run after, the kids kind of thing. That was my thought. However, I was like, okay, we usually start getting our Santa Ana winds in, and I don't know, whether or not they're going to have to move trunk or treat. And we did have a fire watch and a wind advisory. I want to say a couple days leading up to trunk or treat. So good thinking on my, too much brain. However, I was like, okay, well, if I'm not going to make them so big, I'll just have him sit and then hold baby zombie. It was just too much. It was too much, and it was too taxing on my brain. And by the time trunk or treat happened, I was ready to set everything on fire. Like, I was just over it, because like my brain's like, okay, when I go to these things, what are the ones that I gravitate towards more than the other ones? Not because I don't like the other ones. It's just I usually go towards the ones that are lit. You can see them better, and I don't know, that's where my brain was. My dad was awesome. He showed up and helped me set up and tear down, and it was a challenge, man. It was and thankfully little bro did come, because he didn't want to go, and he's the Ender Dragon this year, and he showed up, he got his picture taken, and he was like, okay, that's it, because he really doesn't like loud music and like just craziness. He doesn't mind going to like a party where there's something to do, but like, I don't know how to explain it, but I have that part of me too, so it's not a flaw that I'm like, oh my gosh, I did all this work. I'm just happy that he showed up. But the kids loved it, and the parents were just amazing. So it was worth it. But like I said, the day of, I was just like done. I was so done. And because it was windy, my dad was awesome and brought like rocks from the yard, but then he had to like punch holes into my decorations to stick the rocks in to hold them down. So yeah. And then if you're looking to do this yourself, we bought the decals and stuff from Walmart. They're crap. Don't do it. Don't do it. Get like a photography backdrop like this. You'll thank me later, because we used almost a whole roll of tape plus the little sticky things to stick the decals up, and even then they were falling down. So at the coolest thing for me was the boxes. The boxes were really cool, and I wish I had thought about it better and had like a can of soup or something to make the boxes sturdier so that I could build them. But I did not think that at all. The other thing that I really liked was I had containers from my pet ghosts, and I had candles like this, and I flipped them around so they kind of looked like a Minecraft lantern thing, so that was kind of cool. I'm trying to think of what else. I was really excited that my little USB portable cauldron mister, that worked. I had a lot of kids that thought that was kind of cool, that there was mist coming out. Yeah. It came together nice. And tear down took us the entire, I want to say half hour to 45 minutes that they gave us to pack up our cars and go. So yeah, the only thing that I wish I could have changed is I wish I could have gotten a tablecloth or something, because I thought that the decals were going to be bigger and be able to hide the table. I think it would have helped with tear down later and how to store it. But other than that, I mean, it was our first year, and I thought it was great. We had 3 my chair's getting all funky. We had 3 bowls of candy, and the school had collected all the candy. They call them the candy monsters, and they were overflowing, and these, I want to say they were like 5th grade, kept coming around to refill, and there was this handful of kids that knew who were the kids that were going to refill, the stuff, and they kept following them to find out where they were going to go. And my friend's boyfriend's son, oh my gosh, he was hilarious. He was Mario, and he went around once as Mario, and then he went around twice, and somebody must have said something to him, so he went and he got a mustache or something and took his costume off and said that and his shirt was like, he looked like a construction worker. And then he went around again, and then he went and he found like googly eyes, and he went around again. I was like, dude, we got 5 minutes left until they close down. If you go find a top hat and you can borrow someone's top hat and you can come back to me, you made my night. I'll give you what's left in the bucket. He was like, okay. So he ran and he's like looking for it. And he's like, he comes back, he goes, look, I found a bunch of people with hats. They didn't let me borrow their hats. I found a top hat. They definitely wouldn't let me because it was on the skeleton. I said, well, you can only have half the bucket because if you didn't wear it, I didn't see it, so it didn't happen. He goes, but they're right there. I was like, trick or treat, dude. So, yeah, that was fun. It was a lot of fun, and my dad had a blast. He was sore. I was sore the next day too, because we didn't sit down barely at all. And I can't wait for next year. I don't know whether we should just keep Minecraft until everything like breaks down or do a different theme each year. I really want to do superheroes one year though. So that was our trunk or treat. Have you had a trunk or treat? Have you been going? I know that a lot of places have been having them on the weekends. I think that they're safer than, hoping that somebody picks up your kid if you work nights, for them to go out trick-or-treating on the day of. Here, the kids don't go to school the next day, which is brilliant. At the same time, I could imagine, could you imagine our parents, like 80s and 90s babies, our parents finding out that after we've been hyped up on sugar, coming home about midnight and basically hungover the next day from the sugar meltdown, the drop, and then us not having school the next day, like, oh my gosh. But it would have made sleepovers a lot easier on us. So that was this year's trunk or treat. I hope you're having a great day and a great week. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.